Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing this morning? I am doing very, very well. I caught up on all my naps, 18 naps yesterday. Not a record. Record is 21. But I was like so low on the nap ratio. It was ridiculous and it was draining. However, I was encouraged by the fact that on my picks yesterday, I went 95% or something of that nature. I had one game wrong. Check them out. I'm not doing picks today. There's only 4 games. I have a letter from Bradford Langenbrunner from Maryworth, England. Wow. The English are getting into the My NHL Pearls of Wisdom now, aren't they? It's around the world. It's everywhere. I know there's only 21 people watching, but they're from all over the world. Anyways, yes. So he asked me, I can't do a British accent, but imagine a British accent he asked me this. He says, I saw your Eastern most liked players, and I've been waiting anxiously for your Western Conference most liked players, but as of yet I have not found it, and I'm getting a little bit anxious. Is that the word, anxious? Yeah, anxious. Well, we don't want you to be anxious now, do we? And thank you for your letters. We love your letters. We read them every day, as you know. So but for this, I need you to get out your books, your all your study material, and get your pencil sharpened. The pencils by the lube dispensers the sharpeners over by the lube dispenser over there, because this is something you're going to need to know in the future. What my favorite players are in the West, and check out the one in the East too. My Eastern one. It's already on the YouTube there. Check it out if you haven't already. I don't know why you wouldn't have already watched it. It would be an odd thing that you didn't. But if it somehow slipped or whatever, I'll give you a pass this time. So anyways, my favorite or most liked players from each team in the West. I like the way they do this on YouTube. Starting now. Okay. Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Anaheim Mighty Ducks, my favorite player, or my most liked player. I like to say most liked player because it can't say favorite means that some of these teams I don't even really like the player, but it's just the most liked on the team. Josh Manson. I very much love this guy. To me, Josh Manson is the prototypical defenseman for an NHL team. He's so incredibly underrated. He can skate, he can hit, his analytics numbers are off the charts. The guy just knows the game. You watch him, and it's a treat to watch this guy play and every move that he makes. I think he's way, way underrated for what he does on a team. Seriously, I'm thinking like he should really get Norris talk, like that good. I think he's the best defenseman on their team, besides maybe Lindholm, between the two of them. But I love him. Love him, love him, love him. Yotes, Ekman Larson. This I've got /Ranta. I had a hard time picking between the two. Ekman Larson, the reason why is because this is a guy that shows that plus minus really means poop. I mean, it doesn't. You can use plus minus to a certain degree, but it's very little. And he's living proof of it. He is an awesome defenseman. One of the best pure breakout defenseman in the league, maybe the best, besides Carlson. He's did everything for this team. He's never bitched. He still wants to be there, and I don't even know why. It just makes him kind of cool. That's why he's my fave. And Ranta, I like Ranta because I appreciate lazy. And he came to the camp like completely out of shape. He got a whole shitload of money, and he went, I think I'll just take the summer off. And then he comes back, and it takes him a while, but he gets in shape, and at the end of the year, he's right up there again, playing awesome. And I don't know, I just appreciate that. Flames versus, what the hell am I talking about? Goudreau, most exciting player, one of the most exciting players to watch. Just can't, I just love watching him. I love watching the moves, his quickness, his stick skills are just insane, man. Great to watch. A little guy, plays big, plays tough, plays the game the way it should be played. Blackhawks, for the same reason, Kane as Goudreau, except, he's not the tough whatever, but slickest hands. You could just watch them all day. Yeah, those guys you just can't not take on these teams, I find. Avs, again, this is an easy one, or not something I usually do, picking the player that most players would pick. But McKinnon, I mean, with what he dealt with the whole Duchesne situation and breaking out this year, is showing that he is well above the bar as far in the league, possibly winning the Hart. Just classy, awesome dude. Love McKinnon. The Stars, Faxa. Just because I love to say Faxa. Yes, that's pretty much why. But no, it's not just that. He's probably the most underrated two-way player in the NHL. He doesn't get anywhere near enough credit for how good of a two-way game he has. And there's untapped offense there. He's the kind of guy that'll end up getting picked up by the expansion team, and he'll turn out like the Carlson in Vegas. Oilers, Kyra. I know I should take McDavid here. Really, I should. In all honesty, McDavid is my favorite because the guy is just insanely good. But I just wanted to give Kyra some props. Here's a guy who comes from another country who not comes from another country, but his family's from. His family is a minority, and he is just the coolest character on the team. You can't help but root for him in everything he does. You could see his progression in his skill level from the time he got there to what he is now, and that it's been leaps and bounds. The guy never stops getting better, and I just love guys like that. Same thing about the Kings with Forbort. Took him in the first round. He was a slow progression, got better. Now they got him sometimes playing in the number 2 role, and he's playing a fantastic brand of hockey. He really found his niche. I just root for these guys that just keep on working at it, and make it. And that's why I love Forbort. The Wild, Stahl because he gets thrown out of Carolina pretty much. He didn't even want to leave, left frustrated. Goes to and was everything that they had there, and he got thrown aside, goes to Minnesota and just goes, yeah. I love that shit. I love it when guys do that. And it's funny, these go back to back because the next one is the Preds, and the same thing for Subban. Fuck you. I'm sorry, I just love that guy. Montreal, kiss my ass. Are you kidding me? That is the stupidest move a team has done, well, besides maybe McDavid for Larson, but they're about equal. I mean, Weber is a cool guy and everything, but you don't trade a guy like Subban, especially for the stupid reasons you guys were saying about, oh, he's a team, he's not a team first and all this bullshit. You didn't like the fact that he was he liked the limelight and you wanted him to be the good old school, sit in the shadows. Well, fuck you. I'm sorry. Awesome player. He's kicking ass in the Predators and showing you guys that you don't know shit. And I love it. Sharks, Burns does things his own way. People say he's poor defensively. He's not. You don't understand hockey. He does play a higher risk game, but he plays it really, really well. About as perfect as you can get, besides maybe Carlson. I just love his character with the beard and everything, and the commercials. I just love it. He's a great character for the game. The Blues, I really don't know what to say. Fabry, they are the most vanilla team ever. That's why they don't win. They don't have any character on that team at all. They kind of remind me of what Montreal would make their team to be if they allowed them to. Nobody steps out of the boundaries. Everybody's just kind of a good little hockey player. Not a big fan. Fabry, because he's probably the most like that, and he just gets injured so often. And I'm rooting for you, bud. Hope you can go bring some character to that team. Canucks, got to go with Besser. Slickest hands we've seen in a very long time. Big boy, great, just amazingly fun to watch the way he sees the game. There's not too many people that do see the game like him. The Knights, there was lots of guys I could take here because there's so many underdog guys, and oddly enough, I'm not taking one of them. Although I'd like to give a hand to Tuck, and I just like the way he plays, and another one of those guys that has fought his way up through the lineups. But Fleury, the guy is the nicest person you ever going to meet. If you ever, you just never will find a nicer person than Fleury, who tries as hard as he does and becomes as great as he does. As the humbleness and everything. He's just a beautiful human being. You gotta pick Fleury here, I find. And Bufflin, character for days. I love the way he plays. Screw you all, doesn't play defense nonsense, blah, blah, blah. You know, he doesn't play defense as well as Burns, but he's not all that bad. He knows, he just plays a free flow game, and I like it. And I love the fact that he stayed in Winnipeg, promotes Winnipeg, and loves his team as much as he did. Great character for the game, great leader. So those are my favorite teams in the West, boys and girls. If I forgot any, let me know down here. And tell me what yours are down here. I want to see them. I'll even give you a vat of Heimies. I'll give you a bottle of Heimies if you write my comments down there. I know you already have your vats. Subscribe, hit the bell, get your Heimies, get your My NHL Pearls of Wisdom necklace, because everybody loves a pearl necklace. Have a great day and lots of love to ya.